Hi Year 1, so I'm here to explain to you what you need for your maths learning on Monday. You're going to need your purple exercise book, that's the one with the plain pages. You're going to need a pen or a pencil, and then some homemade counters. Today I'm going to be using some pasta and some stones from my garden.
So the first method that you can use when solving addition equations is counting on. All you need for counting on is your fingers. So we've got this first equation here. 3 add 4 more equals something. So when we're counting on, we put the number, usually the biggest number, into our heads. So our biggest number here is 4. So I put 4 in my head and count on 3 more. 3 add 4 needs to be the same as something. So 4 in my head, add on 3 more. 5, 6, 7. Here are my 3 more. And the last number I said was 7, so that is my missing number. 7 is the same as 3 add 4. You can read it the other way round. So let's try this one now. This equation says 5 add some more is the same as 8. So you've got 5 and you're going to add on some more, and that will be the same as 8. So we're going to start with our 5 in our heads. Add on some more and that will make 8. 8 is the number you must stop counting at. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I've said 8, so I've got to stop. And look, I've added on 3 more. So 3 is my answer. 5 add 3 is the same as 8. Now equations can also be the other way round. So here we have the equals on the right hand side of our equation at the end. But here the equals is at the start. So this equation here says something equals 2 add 7. You're going to add these two together, so it is the same as this missing number. So I'll do the same again. I'll put that bigger number in my head, so that's 7, and I'll add on 2 more, and that will be the same as this number here. So 7, 8, 9. These are the 2 more that I've added on. I'll do that one again. So we put 7 in our heads, 7, 8, 9. 9 was the last number I said, so that is my missing number. See if you can do this one. Pause the video and then see if you do it the same way as me. How did you get on? Let's see. So we've got something equals 9 add 3. Start with the biggest number in your head, 9, and add on 3 more. When you add these two together, it will be the same as this missing number. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is my missing number. The next method is a number line. Now at school we would use pre-printed number lines, but obviously none of us have one, so it's easy enough to draw yourself one. Try and draw a nice straight line. And then add the numbers. Don't forget 0. So try and make sure you've got enough room to write your numbers. You might want to space them out a bit more than I am. The little line here just makes it really obvious when you land on that number, which I'll show you in a moment. So keep going. Today you'll need your number line to go to 20. So here we are, 17, 18, 19, 20. Next time you might need it to go a little bit longer, so I can easily just rub mine out. Don't worry if you've got an extra bit of line. So let's have a look at the first equation that we've got. So it says 6 add 5 equals something. So how we use a number line is we start with this number here. Now in this equation it's the biggest number because these two are being added together to make this number. So I'm going to start on 6. I usually circle my number so it's really clear where I'm starting. And then I'm going to add on 5 more. And I do that by jumping. So I'm going to do 5 jumps. Count the jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the number I've landed on. 11. So that's my answer. We did 6, had 5 more jumps, and we landed on 11. So let's try this one here. The equals is just on the other side, so it's something equals 1 add 8. Now I could start on 1 and do 8 jumps, but that will take me some time. So I'm actually going to do is to start on 8. I'm going to start on the biggest number. You might need to draw yourself lots of number lines. Here we go, so I'm going to start on 8 and add on 1 more jump. So start on 8, add on 1 more jump. Oh, 1 jump, I'm already there. 9. 9 is my missing answer. Now there are some equations where the missing number will be in the middle. So let's just prepare our number line again. So this one here says 3 add something equals 10. Now you might already know what that is because you know your number bonds to 10. But just in case, we can still work it out using the number line. So we've got 3 and we're going to add some more and we will finish on 10. It is not saying 3 add 10 equals something. It is not saying that. It is 3 add something will make 10. So we're going to start on the 3 and we're going to finish on the 10. So I circle the 10 now and I will count the number of jumps that I do. That's what I don't know. So here it is, and I'm going to count the jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I've landed on that 10. The last number I said was 7. I'll count the jumps again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is my missing number. Okay, so I'll show you another example where it's in the middle. So just get my number line ready. So this one is saying that we've got 13 equals something add 7. So we've got the something add 7, together those two numbers will make 13. So I can use the same method as I did here. I can start on 7, I'm going to add on some more, and I will get to 13, which is here. So when you've got the missing number is in the middle, you need to circle both your start number and your end number. And now count the jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Landed on 13. 6 was the last number I said. I've done 6 jumps. So 13 equals 6 add 7. So our next method is the part-part-whole method. So I've got some example equations here, but we don't have the part-part-whole. Can you remember how to draw one? So we need 3 circles. Part, part, whole. I'm going to add today the add symbol. The 2 parts add together to make the whole. Make sure you make your circles big enough to be able to use your homemade counters. So let's start with this first one. These two numbers here are the two different parts. Part, part, add them together and it makes the whole. So I'm going to use some of my homemade counters here. I've got my pasta. So the first number is 6, that's my first part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there we go. So we've got 6 as one of my parts and 3 as my other part. 6 add 3 will make the whole. Now I don't get any more counters out, I move them all up. So I'll take my 6 first, that's my biggest number. I know there's 6 there, don't need to count them again. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I keep rolling away. So I'll do that one again. We've got 6 as one part, 3 as the second part. To find out your whole, we're going to move them up one part at a time. So there's my 6, that's my biggest number. Best to start there. 6, 7, 8, 9. My whole is 9, so that's my missing number. Okay, let's try this next one. 1 add 7 equals something. So I can use my counters again. I've got my first part, which is 1. Add 7 more. There we go. Just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. So I've got 1 add 7 is going to equal something, and that's this whole number here. So I'm going to start by putting my biggest number at the top. So there's my 7. Keep on counting. So 7, 8. 8 is my missing number this time. Okay, I'm just going to swap my counters because they keep rolling everywhere. Try the stones instead. The best way to solve the next two equations is by starting with your whole. So these two numbers will be your parts, and this number here is your whole. These two add together to make the whole. So I'm actually going to start with the 13 in my whole position. So I've already counted them. Let's double check. Yep. So I've got my 13. One of the parts that comes from that whole is going to be 11. So I'm going to move 11 of them down here. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's one of my parts. What's the other part going to be? Just move the last ones down. 1, 2. So 2 is my missing number. I wasn't adding any extra ones from my pot. I was using what I started with. So it's 11 add 2 makes 13. Okay, let's see if we can do this next one then. So we need to start with 14, add something equals 18. So when I've finished, I'll have 14 add something. But I need to start with 18 at the top. So I know that I need 5 more to make 18, because I already have 13 up there. So there's 18. 18 is my whole. I now need to find the 2 parts. I already know one of them is 14. I'm going to count in 2s to make it quicker. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I've got 14 as one of my parts. I'm now going to find out the other part. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is my other part. 14 add 4 makes 18. Now this last equation has just been flipped over. The equals is now at the start. It says 12 equals 8 add something. So this question is very similar to these two here. We are missing one of the parts, but we do have the whole. So let's start with the whole. We need 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I was counting in twos there. So I've got my 12. And it says that 12 will equal 8 add something. So I can move my 8 down again. 2, 4, 6, 8. And my other part is still up here, so I need to move it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my other part. Brilliant. 12 equals 8 add 4. The last method that we taught you at school was how to use tens frames. Now, here is a 10 frame because it's got 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When it is full, you know that there is 10, so you don't need to count it. Now today you're going to need 2 tens frames, so you can draw them out in your book. Make sure they've got 10 boxes. So you'll do 4 lines going down in the middle and then 1 going across the other way. So I've got my 2 tens frames. 2 tens. What does that make? 2 tens is the same as 20. So we're going to use these 10 frames to help us. Now this is where you're going to need 2 types of counters, so that you can see which is one part and which is the other part. So we've got 2, add 3. Oh, these pastas are always so rolly. There we go. So I've got 2 stones, add 3 bits of pasta. How much does that make all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try and do the other one now. So the next one says 5, add 7 more. So I need to start with my 5 stones and then add 7 more. So I'm using my pasta so I can see when I've done 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to keep going because I need to add on 7 more. So you just use the next 10 frame. 6, 7. I've got my 5 stones, add my 7 bits of pasta. Let's see how many we've got all together. Should I count these ones? No, I know that's 10 because it's a full 10 frame. So 10, what comes next? 11, 12. So 12 is my answer. Okay, so these next ones, let's just clear our tens frames. Let's read the next equation. 6 add something equals 11. So the first thing we're going to do is get our first part ready, which is 6. So I'm going to have 6 stones this time. There's 6 stones. And we're going to add on some more until we get to 11. So get your second counter ready. And you're going to keep on counting until you get to 11. You've already got 6, so that's where you're going to start counting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I stop because I've got to my whole number, which is 11. There are 11 pieces, 11 counters there. So now I need to work out what is that other part. I've got my 6 stones, so how many pastas have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is my missing number. 6 add 5 equals 11. So let's see if we can use the same method that we've just done for this equation, for this last one here. 12 add something equals 18. So we're going to start with 12, the part that we do know. So I know I can fill up my 10, because 12 is 1 10 and 2 1s. So here is my 1 10 and here are my 2 1s. So there's my 12, and now I'm going to keep on adding, keep counting on until I get to 18. Here's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've got now 18 as my whole number. But what is my other part? What is the pasta? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is my missing number.
I hope that all made sense. If you've got any questions, please email us on our Year 1 email address and we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, see you again soon. Bye.